Hey guys, I just got back from the movies. Well, I've actually seen two movies in the last 2 weekends. Last week I went to go see the Fantastic Four First Steps movie, and tonight I just got back from seeing The Bad Guys 2. So I figured I might as well do a double review. First, I'll start with the Fantastic Four movie. I really like the style of the movie, really. It gives the kind of vibe you would expect from the 1960s. When I saw that, like in the trailers and stuff, I really thought, this is going to be kind of interesting. And this takes place in another Marvel universe, which would be Earth 818, which is actually the birthday of Fantastic Four co-creator Jack Kirby. And one of the things I thought about in the movie, they didn't really do like an origin story, because come on, let's face it, we know what happens to them and how they got their powers. I mean, if you're a comic book fan or pretty much, seen the 2005 and that, dare I say, 2015 remake that was terrible, you would already know how they got their powers. Anyway, I really thought it was really good. The idea of making the Silver Surfer a girl was kind of okay. Not bad, but just okay. The only complaint I have about the idea is I think they should have just ditched the hair. I think it would still work, she's an alien. Do aliens really have genders, to be perfectly honest? But, I thought Galactus was, he was okay for the most part. I'm not a big fan of Galactus, but, I've heard he's like a major villain in the Marvel Universe. I feel like, what's there to really use him for in the Marvel movies, I know that, they're going to be making an appearance I've heard that they're going to make an appearance in Doomsday, which is coming out next December. Not this upcoming December, the next one. And I'm looking forward to that. So my overall on Fantastic Four, it was pretty good for the most part, The story was okay, I think I love the style more than I like the story. And the action was subpar, pretty decent, but not terrible, but, but all in all, I recommend it. Now I'm going to talk about The Bad Guys 2. I thought it was actually really good, actually. I do like how animated movies now are kind of adding a little bit of 2D into it, so it doesn't, look so blobby, like, how Pixar does in a lot of their movies. That's the only thing about, CGI is good, but, it just feels, they just feel like, they're real blobby, But, I think with a lot of movies out, like the Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse and the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem, which I haven't seen, they're using a lot of 2D animation mixed with 3D animation, which I really think, it's a real unique way of doing movies nowadays, especially animated films. I thought the cast was very good in it. We got to meet some new characters that made the bad guys become bad guys again for a little while, but it just things got a little bit heated up. But other than that, it honestly, I really thought the story for that one was pretty unique and pretty. And there was like this one scene, where there was this wedding of this big Elon Musk like character. He's getting married, and the wolf is disguised as the bride, but somebody points out an objection, and it's when they're about ready to pull it off, it turns out to be the bride itself, and everybody was just all skeptical and was like, how did he pull that off? Because we all know it was the wolf underneath there. But I'm not going to spoil too much, but it's a pretty cool scene, and they explain it in that scene later on. And I honestly think it's really clever how they do a lot of things in that movie. There was a big scene where Snake and Piranha were in a spacesuit, and Piranha had a little bit of a nervous streak going on, so he passes gas in the astronaut suit. And believe me, every little kid in that movie theater was just laughing their heads off when that happened. And I was sitting there like, ugh. This is like a kid's movie. Kids love fart jokes, apparently. But, other than that, I really I like the bad guys. I haven't really read the books. I've got a couple of the books. And I've heard they're really good. And I think it opens up to either a third movie or even an animated series, whatever, DreamWorks wants to do next, But it's going to depend on if it does well at the box office. They're going up against Naked Gun, plus Superman and Fantastic Four are still in theaters. So we'll just have to wait and find out. And hopefully it'll make a fair amount of money at the box office. I doubt it'll be number one. Because, I have a feeling Naked Gun is going to get that. But other than that, I give a recommended Fantastic Four a thumbs up. And I give The Bad Guys 2 a big thumbs up. So, all in all, I recommend y'all see these movies. If you can't see it in theaters, wait till they come out on streaming. They're worth seeing. Y'all have a good week.